Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is Dr. Abha Singh. In this video, we will talk about measuring dental fluorosis using Dean fluorosis index. We all know that long-term intake of fluoride during enamel formation results in clinical changes. The appearance is seen like fine white lines on the enamel, and sometimes it ranges to some chalky white appearance, and in severe conditions we can also see pitting of the tooth surface. So we will spend rest of the video on focusing on how to classify dental fluorosis according to Dean fluorosis index. Before proceeding further, let us see about some fundamentals. So the definition of dental fluorosis tells us that cause of fluorosis is high concentration of fluoride in drinking water. It is characterized by a defective calcification that gives a chalky white appearance, and it gradually undergo brown discoloration as the period of stay of tooth in our oral cavity increases. With time, it takes color from environment. We have already spoken about history of dental fluorosis in our another video. Other than Dean's fluorosis index, there are several other index given. Dean originally classified mottled enamel ranging from 0, that was normal, to severe 7. So this was a 7-point scale. Later, he merged moderately severe and severe as one category and defined it as severe, and converted his 7-point scale into a 6-point scale. According to Dean's original article, he used one instrument, that was mouth mirror and sunlight. So we can say that we need only two things for examination. One is a mouth mirror and second is a light source. Now we will start with the classification. First code of the 6-point classification is code 0, that stands for normal. Here he defined normal as the enamel presents the usual translucent semi-vitreous type of structure. The surface is smooth and glossy and usually of pale creamy white color. Code 0.5 questionable. He defined it as children show slight aberration in the translucency of normal enamel, ranging from few white flakes to occasionally white spots that ranges from 1 to 2 mm in diameter. Now the words that are highlighted are important to categorize. Next code is code number 1, very mild. Small opaque paper white areas are scattered irregularly, mainly observed on labial and buccal surface. Brown stains are not observed in this score. Now next score is score number 2, mild. Here we can see opaque areas on the surface of the tooth involved at least half of the tooth surface. The surface of molar bicuspid and cuspid subject to attrition show thin white layer worn off, and bluish shades of underlying normal enamel. Faint brown stains are also visible, generally seen on upper incisor. Next score is moderate. No change is observed in the form of tooth, but generally all the tooth surface are involved. Minute pittings can be seen here, and even some more frequent brown stains are present on the tooth surface. Coming to the next category and the last one, that is code 4, severe. The hypoplasia is also marked, that the form of the teeth is at times affected, the condition often being manifest in the older children as a mild pathological incisal occlusal aberration. The pits are deeper and often confluent. Stains are widespread and range from a chocolate brown to almost black, in some cases referred to as corrosion type of mottled enamel. This is very important because we are giving this category a name that is called corrosion type of mottled enamel. Now, how do we measure it? So, while writing in our diagnosis, we need to take two tooths that are maximum affected. For example, if the mouth contains all the codes of classification, we are going to tell that this person is severely affected with dental fluorosis. But if there are few tooth with very mild, few with moderate, and there is no severe, then we are going to tell that the person is moderately affected with dental fluorosis according to the Dean's fluorosis index. Now, if we have any doubt in the two tooth also, the criteria is not same, which usually doesn't happen because it is a bilateral disease. If the criteria does not match, then and if there is any doubt, then we take the lesser score. So, in case of any doubt, always select the lesser score. Now, before wrapping up, let us see what we should know to cover full chapter of dental fluorosis. So we have spoken about definition of dental fluorosis, then we have spoken about history of dental fluorosis and how Deans came up with the classification. To know more about this, you can see our another video based on history of dental fluorosis. Then we should know about the differential diagnosis, then how the other tooths are classified and how they are different from dental fluorosis, and what will be the treatment plan of dental fluorosis. To know more about differential diagnosis and treatment plan, you can watch our another video made on details of differential diagnosis and treatment of dental fluorosis. Now let's have a quick test and have a look on a case study. A 31-year-old male patient visited dental hospital and complained of poor aesthetic appearance of front, upper and lower tooth. He wishes for treatment of the same. Then how do you classify this? In which category will it fall according to Dean's classification? And will you treat all the tooth with same treatment option, or what treatment option you are going to follow? If any doubt, please leave your questions in comment section. Do let us know about your treatment plan in comment section. Thank you for watching our video. Keep motivating us. Keep subscribing.